is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So now the Bills getting ready for their first drive on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job,
brings up
QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Arnold looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peters. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st down, Ingram. A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 14 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Arnold. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down.
1st and 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Arnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Bills from 17 yards out. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And 8 yards.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 53 yards.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and build a play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 98 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And that'll set them back 5.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Made at the 38-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
To throw on 2nd down. Arnold. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Number 10.
Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Ingram. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, watch 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it.
On 1st and 10, Arnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Thompson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, is starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Back to throw. Arnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Come on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Arnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Arnold. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And his kick is indeed good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's up near 100 yards now here in the 2nd quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And down he'll go at the 25.
Number 25.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
And this returnable for Harris.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Arnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
53, Mike, 53. I got you. I got you. I got you. You're on. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Go.
On first down, Arnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thompson.
Arnold's pass.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
10 at the 23-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, Abram, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw. Arnold got his man complete over the middle. It's Brooks. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Arnold. Throw left side complete. That's Peters. And he is going to have a Bills first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on first down. Graham. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
To throw on third down. Arnold over the middle, complete. It's Brooks. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And the Bills are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down. They'll run here with Ingram.
And the Bills are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this one through the uprights and good. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
On the play. Second and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes out to his left. And he's going to keep it here.
Mahomes on the keeper. A gain of 11 on the play.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brings up second and 10.
The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
For the Chiefs field goal, a 51-yard attempt.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Taken down.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Arnold. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On 1st down, it's Ingram. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to throw. Arnold. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Complete to Clyde Edwards.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add. to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Mahomes firing complete. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Complete to Nico.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Defense.
They ain't on our side.
So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So he might as well have not even had the penalty.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
It's just me and you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
At their own 33-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. It's got Hooper on the short connection. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at the 47.
A big offensive explosion.